Question. Why does Mike Calta think he's any different than Bubba the Love Sponge? Bitch, you're nothing more than Bubba at half speed like an audiobook. Funk that. Hi, my name's Bubba. Hi, my name's Mike Calta. You're the same frickin' person. I mean, let's be honest here. What's different about them? They're both a little overweight, they're both loudmouths, and they both think they're better than people. Mm-hmm.
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubted. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source of trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-B-B-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what today is? If you don't know what today is, I will tell you.
Good morning, sunshine.
What's so good about it?
Today is National Fudge Day.
Fresh fudge.
Fudge? What fudge?
Fudge Day today.
Fudge.
I love your fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge.
Yeah, temper fudge.
Yes.
Oh, fudge.
In honor of National Fudge Day,
Fudge makers.
fudge it up. Right now. It's showtime.
Of course, on National Fudge Day is the same day I'm covering Bubba the Love Sponge versus Mike Calta. They both like fudge. Before we get to that, we can't have it be a Monday show without this from Office Space.
Hey, guys. What's up, G? Wanna go to Chachki's? Get some coffee? Oh, it's a little early. I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundu.
Oh, one more time.
Like somebody's got a case of the mundu.
One more time.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundu.
Finally.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundus.
Oh, Calta and Bubba always look like it's a Monday. All right. Saw this here. Now, before we get to the newspaper article, which I guess the Tampa Bay Times still exists. It's this Chris Spada guy who writes every article about the local media. I remember when they all got COVID at the Bone 5 years ago this month around the time, he was like, "Do you have any info?" I'm like, "Nah, dude." But before we get to the article about my former boss being sued and my former company that I worked at being sued, we got to play the video that started it all. It's Bubba the Love Sponge's girlfriend and Mike Calta at Shark Coast Tactical as she was filming Mike Calta. It's probably about the sex tape because that's all Bubba has on Calta. When Bubba the Love Sponge's wife had sex with Hulk Hogan and Mike Calta helped sell the tape. Yeah, that's pretty much all he has on Calta. And this happened. Everything is pathetic. He just said, how pathetic is your life? Mike, your life's pathetic. Without your radio show, you're going to be forgotten, bud. You notice how all your friends won't talk to you when you're 70, when you don't have the radio show? Maybe Birdwell or Ralphie from an Afterlife, but this whole thing where everyone else is pathetic? Nah, you're the pathetic one.
How pathetic is your life that you're here fighting this fight? Honestly, how pathetic? My life is not pathetic. Look around at these people.
My life's so perfect, even though I'm in an awful marriage and everyone hates me and my team's afraid of me, but they need the really good paycheck to work with me. Oh, but I'm so amazing. I'm Mike Calta. I failed in syndication outside of Tampa, including Atlanta, because I need 7 people around me to be funny.
Turn your camera on.
And there he takes someone's phone. Can you imagine if we took his phone? There'd be a lot of evidence. And there's that time he took my phone like 10 years ago and I had naked pictures because I was judging how I looked via weight? Yeah. There he is, taking her phone. You don't have permission to take that from me. I know you don't give a shit, Mike. You don't look like you give a shit. You look really unhealthy, bud. It's got that creepy, like, freaking, I'm a tough guy from New York, man. Even though I can barely walk up the stairs of my own mansion that's soulless. Oh, dude, you know what I mean? I'm so tough. I sound like a slow-motion Billy Madison. There he is taking her phone. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Oh, yeah, Mikey. Class act of the month. You're going to beat up a woman? Yeah, dude. Ooh, that's awesome, man. That's who the area should aspire to be, is someone who's going to threaten to beat up a woman. Yeah, dude. But then, once again, this area did make Bubba famous, so this area really doesn't care. Unless you're a pedophilic sports reporter, you're not getting canceled in Tampa. Back away from me. You don't want to be near me. I smell. Bitch, you don't back away from me? Oh, you tough guy. You can't handle any confrontation about your controversies, which is why you surround yourself with yes men that agree with everything you say. And frankly, if Galvin wasn't on the show, there'd be no humor because he does all the funny stuff on the show. I'm just a guy who's like a mix of P.T. Barnum and a fake Tony Soprano, and I think I'm better than everybody, even though I'm really not, because at the end of the day, I'm just, God, shut up, Mike. And then they have quote-unquote Javon from promotions as the quote-unquote security guard. If that guy's running security, you're screwed. He'll just go hit on some women. Mike Olivero, I won my phone back. And then what I loved was people thought that was Mike Calta's real name. I was like, oh, poor Mike O gets drawn into this. There she is, getting her phone. And here comes the screaming, her yelling when Mike shoves her to the ground. And the funniest part about this video is it makes you hear what it sounds like when you argue with Bubba's girlfriend. You know, like when you see a woman out and about having a freak out and you're like, that's what arguments sound like? Here it is. Tough guy, Mike Calta, shoving a woman to the ground. Here. What a mutant Mike is. He shoves it to the ground. And the screenshot of him shoving her to the ground is like freaking just... I don't even know what he looks like. It's like Darth Vader or I don't know, something, man. He looks evil, dude. Mike, man, I know you make like so much money and you make more money than the president and you love telling people that. Dude, hit a gym. And I'm not trying to fat shame, bro. You are 53 years old. You look like you're 70. And then here it is. Here she is screaming. Oh, calling a woman to see her because she doesn't want to have her phone stolen. Class act of the year. Mike Calta. Get the F off of me. You see where it is. He kicks her out and then goes on her phone. Then you hear Bubba's girlfriend. Can you imagine Bubba Love Sponge and her arguing? You got Bubba's narcissism, and then you got... This is the definition of Mike Calta's legacy. This is the definition of him as a friend. This is the definition of him as a boss. And then here's the best part. I don't know who was filming it, but he goes through her phone. His go-to tough guy move. No, you are one, Mike. This is you describing yourself. What a class act he is. What a good guy Mike Calta is. So that was 2 years ago, and they were like trying to prosecute charges against him, but I think because the area hates Bubba, they didn't like go with the charges. Well, this is from Inside Radio because I didn't feel like going through the bypass of going through TampaBayTimes.com, right-clicking the link, and then going through a bypass the paywall, one of those stupid websites. So Inside Radio reported it because the Tampa Bay Times like makes you pay to read their articles. I'm like, I'm good, bro. Cox Media and morning show host Mike Calta of 102.5 The Bone, WHPT Tampa, are facing a civil lawsuit to a physical altercation at a 2023 station event. The suit, filed this week in Pinellas County by Erica Hernandez, girlfriend of Bubba the Love Sponge, seeks over $50,000 in damages for injuries she claims she occurred during the incident. Yeah, shoving a woman to the ground really ain't it, bud. As previously reported by Inside Radio, Hernandez, who has ties to rival personality Bubba the Love Sponge, confronted Calta during a June 2023 appearance at Shark Coast Tactical in Sarasota. At the time, she was filming on her phone and accused Calta of being involved in a sex tape leak, which... It's like, dude, Bubba, that's all you have on Calta, dude. That's all you talk about is this sex tape, dude. Who cares? You shouldn't have filmed it. I'm not defending Calta because I have no respect for him. But at the same time, it's like, dude, that's all you talk about. But Calta and Bubba just want to have sex with each other. I have never seen so many freaking Gen Xers that are in love with each other. They both listen to each other's show during the show. We've seen on live streams on Bubba's video that he'll be watching Bone TV. And during commercial breaks, Calta would be checking in on Bubba. The confrontation escalated when Calta turned the camera on Hernandez. When she reached to retrieve her phone, which Mike Calta took away, Calta pushed the woman to the ground. That should be a competition he has at his next Punch-Out. Oh, wait, that's right. Nobody wants to do a boxing match for free. When she reached to retrieve it, Calta pushed her away. Prosecutors later declined to press battery charges, citing Florida self-defense. Yeah, you take someone's phone, and then she reaches to grab it, and then you shove the woman to the ground. Yeah, that's self-defense. That's called Bubba burned a lot of bridges, and Calta's lawyer, Dominic Ferriello, probably reached the deal with the prosecutors. Yeah, that whole thing of Florida self-defense, you can just use it about anything, man. According to the Tampa Bay Times, the new lawsuit alleges Calta struck Hernandez in the face and neck with enough force to nearly knock her off her feet, causing physical and emotional injuries, as well as exasperation of pre-existing conditions, rather. Man, I cannot talk today. It's Monday. You know what Mike Calta is? He's like a mix of Ron Bennington, Tony Soprano, Howard Stern, and like Bubba. He doesn't think he's Bubba, but he is Bubba. The whole thing when he took Bubba's show was, I'm different. I'm going to take care of my people. I'm not like you. But you're no different, Mike. You're just another egomaniac morning host. You, Rover, all these people out there, Bubba, all these guys have such a big head. But guess what? FM radio is far from dead. But it's far from as relevant as when you guys began. I just don't know why she waited 2 years to sue him, but... You know, Mike Calta sure is a tough guy, you know, when you think of tough guys... You just think of the guy who begins his show by saying he's going to beat up people.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
But first, we'll play Sporkle.
Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
And then sprain my back for being so fat.
If you don't leave me alone.
What are you going to do? Talk about people?
You're going to have to.
Because you have skeletons in your closet?
Because I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
All right, here's the deal. It is Monday. We have so much to get into. So we will be right back at Happy Hour, and we will get this party going after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHockeyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day. Happy Hour will be right back.
Hi. How the hell are you? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. This is being brought to you by DZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. They got the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. At checkout, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Question: why does Justin Bieber always have to post his mental illness on social media? Bro, go get a shrink. Funk that. I think Calta could use a shrink too.
In your heart, you know he's right.
Narcissism.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Me, Ryan, Hoppe.
Hey, what's up? It's Babs from Wild 94.1, the afternoon diva. Shout out my guy Ryan Hoppe. Make sure you tune in to Happy Hour, the best 60 minutes of your life.
Yo, what's going on? It's Joey Franchise, Poppy Shampoo from Wild 94.1, and you're listening to Happy Hour with my dog, Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Meredith from O and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1 in Tampa Bay, and you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
If the movie Project X was a radio show, it would be Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the land. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic.
This is not headline news. A British man miraculously survived an Air India crash that killed the other 241 people on board.
Yeah.
So naturally, the airline is charging him a $75 lone survivor fee.
Ha ha ha. Not bad.
The newest bachelor and his fiancée split. Insiders say the problem started when the two got engaged on a TV show. Alaska has made news, being under a heat warning. This is a first for Alaska. Not the heat warning, being in the news. And cup noodles is now available in dill pickle. If this affects your dinner plans, you're either broke, divorced, or work in radio. This is not headline news.
Oh my God, did that joke hit hard?
If you were shocked to learn about Umaya Nelson, the California model currently serving life in prison after she killed, castrated, cooked, and ate her husband.
Yeah.
You must understand you're not alone. Trust me, when I read about her, I had the exact same reaction. A model ate something?
Not bad. I got to be careful because of the music in the background. I'm really scared right now. I'm not trying to manifest it. Fucking copyright, dude. It's just freaking out. I'm going to be going to a new platform. It won't affect this podcast feed, but I need some creative freedom.
And now, here are some after Father's Day dad jokes.
I saw a guy giving away dead batteries.
I did.
They were free of charge. I used to work at a blanket factory.
Oh, sure.
But then it folded.
Not bad.
With so many sporting events canceled, they're going to now show the World Origami Championship.
Nice.
It's on pay-per-view.
Wow, that's terrible. 856-49-HOPPY, but I have that rule that I do on this show, that I only talk about things for the first time with my audience. So sometimes these clips can be freaking home runs, like Barry Bonds in that bitch, or sometimes it's terrible, but I like learning with you guys. It's the one thing I learned from Rover.
And now, mom thoughts.
Father's Day. like every other day, except I gave my husband a card after doing all his laundry, cooking all his meals, and throwing out all of his beer cans.
Sexism against men.
This has been Mom Thoughts.
Yeah. It really is sad how Father's Day gets overlooked. Modern Family star Ariel in the winter. God, it was weird when she grew up because she was like a little girl on friggin' Modern Family. I'm sorry about the mic. She was a little girl on Modern Family, and then she like sprung and grew up. Well, she said she pretended to be 12 for a show called Sosa Undercover, which is like a catch a predator show on YouTube. And she said she knew how to catch predators after working in Hollywood. She could have also learned from working in morning radio in Tampa.
Hi.
All right. What you doing?
Not much.
I'm not good at small talk either.
Me either.
Come on, you're the girl. You're supposed to be good at these things.
Bye.
How does your mom get off?
Not till late.
A 40-year-old is not talking for any reason other than to exploit them. And he said before, he's like, oh, well, you know, we'll get married and then like get it annulled. So there's like a romantic and like weird undertone, even if he hasn't like explicitly said anything we can arrest him for yet.
I don't know, man. It's an old Jim Norton bit. It's not mine originally. Unlike a lot of radio that'll take credit for things, I give credit. Jim Norton said he cannot even imagine being attracted to kids because they are so annoying. And then you know who didn't speak up in that situation was Anthony Cumia. Heinz adds breakfast ketchup label to encourage more people to use it in the morning. It's because I'm a Chicago snob, and there's a place called Gene and Jude's in River North, which you're not allowed to have ketchup, and they don't have any. And when I was in 7th grade, I asked for ketchup, and they didn't have any. They almost kicked me out. I don't believe in ketchup. I don't think it's good, especially not with eggs.
People always give me a hard time about putting ketchup on my eggs. I mean, what's the big deal? You're so offended? Boom, breakfast ketchup. Oh no, cover your eyes. Stop looking. It's perfect. All right, that might be a little too much. I'm gonna eat it though.
Oh, geez. There you go. It's a new commercial. Seems really riveting. Could you cook a steak in a dishwasher? Here is a video about it.
Teaching my culinary class how to make a dishwasher steak. We're gonna go for a 1-hour sous vide in the dishwasher. All right, time to check the dishwasher steak. We're gonna take it and sear it. Some sea salt butter in the pan. After you sous vide, always pat dry. Flavor this up with a little smoked mafia. Just falling apart. That's how tender it is from the dishwasher. Show me a better cooked steak. Rib cap, perfectly done, not overcooked.
I bet it tastes like soap.
Because of that sous vide. In a dishwasher.
Alrighty, that was a very evil laugh. Sounded like Carmen. Woman drove on a bike path and chased a teen on an e-bike. Of course, this was Florida.
There was this lady trying to hit me. I looked back at the headlights. I'm like, that's not supposed to be there. I swerved over and onto the road, and I waved someone down. But they later kept driving, and another witness had stayed, and he helped me out.
Somebody in Florida being crazy? No!
I'm furious. As a mother and as an adult, there's no way that's okay. So I'm glad that they stepped up and they handled the situation.
So I'm trying to get over the fear of her out there.
All right, we'll get over it, bud. Life's going to be hard. And if you survive, just keep on grinding. You got nothing to worry about. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. So, normally, when I do the Tampa Bay News segment, I play the Tampa Bay News music, but I'm so tripping out about losing my catalog because of music that once I go to the new platform, then I'll start playing the music again. But Tampa Bay News, that's my intro for today.
Happy Hot Topic!
And right here is the latest on Jeffrey Knight. It's not Jeffrey, there's no E. Jeffrey Knight, that scumbag. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I'll get to that in a second, but here's the latest with Jeffrey Knight and a Clearwater ferry crash.
That was Matt Bradley reporting. All new tonight, we are learning brand new details about that deadly ferry crash that claimed a man's life. Yeah,
no big deal. Someone died, but hey, the rich and elite did it, so they should try to get away with it. screw you, dude.
Clearwater in April. We just got our hands on a Florida Fish and Wildlife search warrant.
Thank God that Jeffrey Knight wasn't allegedly on shrooms, because that'd be bad if you were operating a ferry on shrooms.
Which shows investigators believe Jeffrey Knight violated state law when he left the scene that fateful night. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers joins us now live in the Tampa News.
What up, baby?
Center with the latest details. Nicole.
Jen, besides finding probable cause, there are a lot new details in this search warrant. The most notable being what was said during the 911 calls and if Jeff Knight ever took a drug test.
He did not take a drug test. You know why he didn't take a drug test? Because I had a alleged cop reach out to me and tell me this. I had like 7 people reach out to me. 70 dollars. Somebody told me that he blew a 0.00 on the blood alcohol test, and that the FWC rule, allegedly, supposedly, is that if you blow 0.00, you don't have to do a drug test. But trust me, I don't want to throw out accusations, even though I don't think he would have passed that drug test.
The search warrant details an interview with one of the passengers on Jeff Knight's boat, saying she told Knight they needed to call 911.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm rich. I want to try to get away with this.
She says Knight responded, quote, "My life is over, no." She says Knight responded, quote, "My life is over, no." She says Knight did later tell another passenger to call 911, but ended up telling her to hang up the phone.
Yeah, get out of here. Man, he must have been tripping, bro. Because whenever you had shrooms, I have no experience about it, allegedly. Because it's all alleged. When you're tripping and something goes wrong, but this is all alleged. I'm sure he was 100% sober.
Investigators say Knight refused to participate in a drug recognition expert exam. But in the
I wouldn't do that either, bud.
That officer's brief encounter with Knight, he didn't suspect Knight was under the influence.
Yeah, because when things happen, you really sober up.
The warrant says Knight did not give his information to first responders nor the ferry's crew after the collision, despite pushing the ferry to shore.
God, this just represents how this area protects the originally. Mike Calta shoving a woman to the ground protected. I feel like the only one that's not protected is Bubba, but there's so many cases of these people doing these awful things in this area. But if you have any Tampa celebrity, you get away with it. And people wonder why people still don't respect Tampa Bay.
In a previous statement, Knight's attorneys claimed he left because the boat was taking on water and feared the boat would sink with an infant on board.
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure the kid doesn't die.
But investigators say Knight never called 911 to get
liar
help for the infant, nor did deputies report any water entering Knight's vessel.
Oh, well. Are you surprised that a rich and elite CEO who has money but is a scumbag piece of garbage would think he's better than others? It's almost like he's an awful person. I had a few of his employees reach out to me, but I'm going to keep them anonymous. I had a cop reach on. I had a investigative journalist from a newspaper on the East Coast of Florida reach out to me. What I say on this show about this scumbag is the only press release I will do. I had people want to have me go on their podcast. No, man. Happy Hour is only accessible on this feed. If you want to get a hold of me, you can talk to me, we can have a conversation, but I will not go on your podcast to talk about this.
The family of Jose Castro, the man killed during...
Yeah, you know how the rich and elite killed a guy who...
The Clearwater ferry crash, released a statement tonight saying the family is still very much grieving and...
They lost their son, and this rich and elite guy didn't get charged. But can you imagine if the guy who died, if it was flip-flops, if he killed Jeffrey Knight? Oh, no!
Hurting and trying to heal. All we want now is justice.
And you deserve it. I know Jeffrey Knight has heard my show because no other podcast or radio show in this area wants to touch it because they don't want to burn a bridge with them. I'm willing to burn a bridge with them because I've already worked with scumbags. Jeffrey Knight, you represent everything that's wrong with A, being a man, and B, being a Florida man. You think you're better than everybody. I've had people after people come up to me, tell me stories about you. I'm not saying any of it because I'm not dealing with any of your garbage, but just know that when it's all said and done, you will be remembered as a scumbag.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Sure, Ryan Hoppy.
That's me. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post-workout around. At checkout, use promo code Ryan20 to save 20%. Okay? Does that work with you?
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
It's Hoppy Hour.
Hey, what's up? This is Eddie Volkman from the Eddie and Jobo radio show, and you're listening to Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppy.
Hi there. Oh, this is April Pillowfuff, and you're listening to Ryan Hoppy and Hoppy Hour. I hope he can make my daughter happy. She needs tickets to see The Instincts, and I'll have to talk to his manager. I was the original Karen, and I can't believe it. Hi there. This is Marge McDouche. You might remember me from the Eddie and Jobo radio show. Now, I'm just looking at this fine young man, Ryan Hoppy, and listening to Hoppy Hour.
You bring the coffee, I'll bring the chaos. This is Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppy.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Jessica Alba is celebrating ex-Cash Warren.
That's good. You should always celebrate your ex and not make it about you.
4 months after the actress filed for divorce from the film producer, she shares a heartwarming tribute to Instagram for the father of her 3 kids, Honor, Haven, and Hayes. As she writes to her Instagram stories June 15th, Happy Father's Day, Cash Warren. Our babies couldn't have a better dad. Warm, kind, present, always knowing just what to say.
That's good. I'm glad that they're not making it about them. And what I mean by celebrating your ex is if you have a kid with them, that's their mother. Unless it's like a gay couple, but that's their parent, you know. Be classy enough.
I admire your patience in the way you hold space for them, making them feel safe and light after every conversation. And as Jessica continues to navigate her split from Cash after 16 years of marriage, the Sin City star
Yeah, that is a marriage you're not quite getting over. That's a lifetime.
has still prioritized spending time together as a family. This past Easter,
I wonder if there's any chance they'll get a little tipsy and bang.
former couple enjoyed a joint holiday celebration that featured a fun family Easter egg hunt and a quick trip to the petting zoo.
That's good.
And the actress documented the occasion with an April 21st Instagram post, adding in the caption, Easter Sunday with the fam.
Easter? You mean Father's Day? What?
Juror number 6 is officially dismissed from the Sean Diddy Combs trial. The news comes a week after Judge Arun Subramanian raised concerns due to inconsistencies with the male juror's living situation, and he was officially let go from the main panel of jurors.
What is he, homeless?
June 16th. Subramanian said the juror, a 41-year-old black male, provided a conflicting account of where he lived, which is either in New York City within the bounds of the Southern District of New York or with his girlfriend in New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, though.
After the dismissal, more concerns arose, including conversations the juror may have allegedly had with a colleague about Diddy's case. The juror, who had his phone confiscated by the judge June 13th, was replaced by someone from the alternate pool, a 57-year-old male accountant from Westchester.
That's good.
With the former juror number 6 being a 41-year-old black man, Diddy's defense argued in a 14-page appeal filed June 15th that there was, quote, no valid basis to dismiss him and Removing him would affect the diversity of the jury. The letter notes in part, quote, "We understand the court has refused to find any discriminatory motive in the government's actions with respect to its preemptory strikes or this motion. However, we respectfully and regrettably disagree."
All right, there's we'll get to Justin Bieber in a second. He's a freaking headache. There is this.
Happy Hot Topic.
This headline kind of creeped me out.
Apple Martin has a hilarious reaction to mom Gwyneth Paltrow's topless pose.
These celebrities over in Hollywood, they make like, it's not that it's incest, but like, I know a lot of these celebrities know way too much about their parents' sex life. It's weird.
After the Goop founder shared a video to Instagram of her cooking a quote boyfriend breakfast without a top on, her 21-year-old daughter, whom she shares with ex Chris Martin, jumps into the comments to figure out what happened to her shirt. As she cheekily writes under the video, "Did I steal your shirt by accident?" or and Gwyneth clearly found her daughter's reaction funny by simply replying with a laughing emoji.
Oh, that's good.
This mother-daughter interaction is just a glimpse into Gwyneth and Apple's relationship, which the 52-year-old has previously called,
damn, she's 52. That makes
incredible.
That makes me feel old that Gwyneth Paltrow's like literally more than middle age.
Telling E! News back in May that she is, quote, really enjoying this new phase with Apple and her 19-year-old son, Moses Martin. Going on to note that her kids are in college now, Gwyneth added, quote, "It's a little hard that they're not under my roof."
Yeah, all these Gen Xers that are getting all their kids are graduating now. It's freaking seeing a lot of the posts of, "Oh, time goes by fast." Yeah, people told you that.
But it's also really thrilling to see these incredible adults. They're so funny and fun to be with.
That's good. I'm glad you like your kids. That's a plus. Here's an example of not liking your kids.
Happy Hot Topic.
Cher's son is in the hospital for allegedly acting erratically, according to authorities. According to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, 48-year-old Elijah Blue Allman was rushed to the hospital on Saturday, June 14th. In a statement obtained by People magazine,
they love saying who obtained it. It's like a competition.
Authorities said deputies from our Morongo Basin Station responded to a residence in Landers for a male subject acting erratically.
Yeah, you know, it seems like Cher's kind of a deadbeat mom.
When deputies arrived, Elijah Allman was being evacuated by emergency medical personnel. Deputies located drugs inside the home, and Allman was transported to the hospital. The investigation is ongoing. Back in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight, Elijah detailed his substance abuse issues.
That's sad.
Saying, "I started with drugs around the same time that we all did, around 11.
Who started at 11, dude? I started at 15.
I mean, it's just what you did. It's just what everybody did.
Maybe in Hollywood.
I did have some close calls and some moments of really feeling at the edge of mortality.
Oh, that's sad.
I always kind of kept it a little bit safe, but you never can do that."
All right, there's that. 856-49-HAPPY. Here is Cody and Robin Brown from Sister Wives, these freaking Mormon mutants.
Happy Hot Topic.
The experience that I had, and now that I've had the experience, it's like, go and do it again.
Did you have the experience? You said that word 4 times.
Cody Brown is a changed man after his divorces from ex-wives Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown. The Sister Wives star revealed on the June 15th one-on-one show to host Sukanya Krishnan he has no interest in returning to polygamy with his wife Robin Brown.
No, hell no. And I'll tell you why. Because we already failed.
And having 4 women under one house is a headache.
Despite his certainty on the matter moving forward, the father of 18 had no regrets about his former
18 kids, got your freaking Debbie loser
lifestyle.
It was the experience that I had, and now that I've had the experience,
a lot of sex.
It's like, go and do it again. So I did it. I had the experience, and we're still in the throes of the breakup, so to speak.
Yeah.
Would I do it again? No.
All right, Mom.
Wouldn't.
And while Cody is focused on his marriage to Robin, whom he spiritually married in 2010 before they legally wed in 2014, he shared his hope to mend fences with his exes.
Yeah, you know, they want nothing to do with you, bud.
We're all old. And it's like, holy cow, look at all that wasted time.
Holy midlife crisis.
Meantime, Robin admitted that things haven't played out exactly the way she anticipated. But through it all, Robin insisted that she wouldn't trade her husband for anything.
Oh, that's freaking cute.
I had a different plan for my life.
I'm sorry, baby.
My life was, I was going to live plural marriage. I was going to be a part of a big picture, a big family.
Oh, wow. You sound like you got some regrets.
That's been taken away from me. So I will never unchoose Cody. Like, I always choose Cody. So
Sounds like Cody gets too much attention.
it's like, however it is, it's with Cody.
Catch Sister Wives Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on TLC.
I'll be sure not to watch it. And then here's an interesting headline for the parents out there.
Happy Hot Topic!
One of the largest of its kind studies on kids and screen time and how it affects emotional and social well-being. Joining us is ABC News medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton. Good Sunday to you, Dr. Sutton. Thanks for being here. So, Dr. Sutton, there's a 5 and a 7-year-old in the studio who I hope are listening. The school year may be ending, and kids may have more time to turn on their
Maybe ending. It's like the middle of June. Who's still in school?
screens. Tell us about the study and why it's so important to know these findings.
These studies are so helpful. They're digging in a little deeper in terms of how screen time affects children in terms of their social and emotional health. This is a study from the American Psychological Association. It's a meta-analysis, and we love those because they combine data from different studies to paint a more detailed picture. And in this study, they found that following over 300,000 children for close to 6 months, that more screen time, the more screen time a child had, the more likely they were to not meet their expectations for stage in emotional and social development. The more screen time children had, the more they were likely to internalize anxiety and depression, the more they were likely to externalize aggression and hyperactivity. And conversely, the more screen time children use, or in general, when children experience emotional stress, they were more likely to turn to screens to cope. A sign.
All right, so make sure you watch your kids' screen time. That is why I am so glad I got a vasectomy. I don't have to deal with any of that.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
What up? That was annoying. Hi, this is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you, and don't think I forgot about you for the next hour. This following segment has been brought to you by DZBZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you they got the best Delta 8 CBD around, I'm a man of my words. Comes in the form of a lollipop. Lick the lollipop, the upper, a honey stick, or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to DZBZHoney.com. And at checkout, use promo code HOPPE, HOPPE. Question. Why does everything have to be so expensive? And what I mean by it is, all of the companies are making prices more expensive, but the CEOs are making the same money. Hey, if we have to spend more, you should make less. Funk that! If you ask me, that is a little corrupt.
You know he's right.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
It's you, me, Ryan, Hoppe.
Hey, this is Frank Kramer from the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS in Los Angeles, and you are listening to Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe. You see what he did there? Hoppy Hour. I love that guy.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppy Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe. Triggering middle-aged dudes since 2012, this is Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Today on TMZ.
Well, Taylor Swift is sharing the love.
Hell yeah, she is.
What she did for the NFL, she's now trying to do for hockey.
Taylor
Yeah, I'm not really into hockey.
and Travis are at the Stanley Cup game.
I feel like there's trouble in paradise. Travis is on his phone. It is Taylor Swift. You sit there, full attention.
For him,
Yeah, I like going on my phone a lot. I'm a little addicted to it. I don't know if that means trouble in paradise.
it's not Taylor Swift.
To him, it's my naggy girlfriend, Taylor Swift.
Hell yeah. For every hot chick, there's a guy who's sick of having sex in her.
Kanye West showed up at court to support Diddy.
He was in the overflow room.
Yeah.
He did not expect to be in the overflow room. He wanted to be in the court.
You know who's really happy that he's in the overflow room? The judge.
He just goes up there and grabs the mic from the judge.
Antonio Brown is a wanted man for attempted murder
Yeah, he's a freaking maniac. He is a case of bad city.
over that incident at Aiden Ross's event last month. Cops
I feel like everyone that goes to an Aiden Ross event is on cocaine.
allege Brown gets into an altercation with a man. A security guard kind of wrestles with Antonio. Brown allegedly takes the guard's gun and shoots at the man who he was quarreling with.
So the guy didn't jump him?
Whoever started the fight doesn't matter. You can't say self-defense when you are running after someone.
We shouldn't even have the self-defense conversation. It's silly.
Vinny Blanco is revealing his worst nightmare.
Man, he is the definition of beating you.
Performing live.
I'm always just like, when's it over?
The host suggests, well, what if Selena goes on tour and you just sit on the side of the stage and wave at people?
When is their wedding, by the way?
They said they're in no rush to get married.
Yeah, I have a saying on this show. I have a lot of things I say about dating, but if you say you're engaged, but you have no date within 3 years, you're just trying to lock her down so she doesn't leave you.
Those tiny people. I hope they don't have sons, because their sons are going to be so short.
What the hell is that about? Charlie, you know you're talking to a guy on 2 Apple boxes.
First of all,
Charles is on a filing cabinet, not even an Apple box.
Shots fired.
An incredible Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals in Florida. And the best shot of the night goes to the camera guys who kept showing Taylor Swift there.
God, the hockey fans are like, get rid of it.
Oh, yeah! Hockey date night for Trav and Tay! Taylor and Travis have officially invaded the NHL. They were at the Stanley Cup game. They got a little box. Sweet.
It was an amazing game.
who was it?
Panthers and Oilers.
Yeah, sticks and ice and whatnot. Who cares when these two are there? Sitting in a suite talking to hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, who's a Trump supporter but must be a Swiftie too.
I love the trouble TMZ causes.
We've never seen her at a hockey game.
I think that they've been in Florida. This is a...
All right, I can't listen to your cackling voice. Remember these commercials?
Hi, Tom Bodette. Fantasy baseball is my kind of sport. You don't need any athletic ability whatsoever. Just...
Yeah, remember those commercials? They got music in the background, so I'm tripping a little bit, but I'll leave the light on for you. Yeah, he is suing Motel 6 for unauthorized use of his name and voice. Very soon, we'll be back to playing music and having production on the show, but I'm just tripping out about copyright. You got to be careful out there.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic.
Britney Spears is spending rare quality time with her son, Jaden. On June 16th, the singer shares a glimpse into her day with her 18-year-old son after spending the weekend together, alongside a short clip of her
of him Jesus, I can't talk today. Of him texting while driving and speeding.
Flipping her hair next to Jaden, whom she shares with ex Kevin Federline. In addition to 19-year-old son Sean, Britney writes, quote,
God, doesn't it make you feel old that her kids is that old?
Went to church today, sang and praised.
You know, she's annoying at church. She probably sings because she's like, look at me, I can sing.
This mother-son outing comes 6 months after Britney and her son first reunited over the holidays. With her writing on Instagram back in December, best Christmas of my life.
You know, he's just hanging around now because he wants her money because they turned 18.
I haven't seen my boys in 2 years.
Yeah, look, all of a sudden when they turn 18, they're there for the money.
Tears of joy and literally in shock every day. Cuckoo crazy. So in love.
You are cuckoo crazy. We know that, baby.
Loved and blessed. And since celebrating the holidays with Jaden, who lives in Hawaii full-time with Kevin, the pair has continued spending quality time together.
I'd love to live in Hawaii.
Most recently,
someday I'm going to live in the town that 50 First Dates took place in.
The Grammy winner soaked in the sun as Jaden drove them in a convertible. Britney wrote in the caption, he is 6'3" and his hands are so big now. How long am I going to be in shock?
Yeah, you probably see your kids every 7 years. That's why it's like, whoa.
It's so...
You know, like when you don't see somebody who's growing up, like I would not see my cousin every 4 years, and I'm like, wow, you grew up.
Incredibly crazy, it's not even funny.
All right, there you go. Alrighty. I'm not ready to talk about Justin Bieber yet. Dave Portnoy said that the Patrick Mahomes Sr. versus John Rocker fight is dead for good. Yeah. They're like the same person, John Rocker and Patrick Mahomes Sr. Freaking Patrick Mahomes, man. Forget about being a great quarterback and one of the all-time greats. Having to juggle that family? No, God. Can you freaking imagine that? You never know what your parents are going to do. All right, here is the clip of Dave Portnoy on Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe, if this ad will end.
Is there any hopes of trying to get that to happen again, or another celebrity fight like that at Rough and Rowdy of that magnitude?
We always try to find the right fights or fights that are interesting. That fight ain't going to happen.
Yeah, you know, Patrick really shut that down.
Like the Mahomes shut that down. I think Patrick, the quarterback, he's like, why the hell's my dad fighting John Rocker in Rough and Rowdy? So he got in the middle of it. They got in the middle of it and didn't allow it to happen. I'd love to find two people with real beef and then you can sell tickets, but it's a tough game. Being in the promoter game, tough business.
Is there a pair that you have in your mind that you would love to set up, like in an ideal situation?
Wow. No, I mean, you got to really look at the internet for like internet beefs, right? Like what's going on. And none jump out to me.
You could do Calta versus Bubba. Two fat asses trying to do something.
Last week there was one.
Who's that? Who was last week?
Trump and Musk.
That would be unbelievable.
That would be amazing.
But that one came and went like the wind.
Yeah, you know, Elon, after calling out Trump for probably being a pedophile, was like, oh no, I'm not accepted in the cool kids club.
I mean, it's like,
we didn't have enough time to react and
outrageous shit, and now they're friends again. It's crazy.
You know, Trump feels bad for Elon. I don't, he's a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, unfortunately, because if it dragged on a little bit longer, it could have been.
That would be an all-time fight. It could. Musk, Zuckerberg, they went at it. Remember, they said they're going to get in the octagon and figure it out.
Yeah, those nerds ain't fighting.
Zuckerberg's like a big UFC guy. That would be the problem with those fights. Yeah. We're never going to be. I'd love to see it. I'd pay to see it. We're never going to be in a position to promote it. But that Zuckerberg, Elon would be electric.
Last time we talked, Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson was just starting fresh in the public eye, and now there seems to be like a lot of drama going on left and right, and people it's rubbing people the wrong way. What is your take on it now, especially with all the headlines that they're making?
Yeah, listen, they're two consenting adults, so whatever they want to do, what they want to do. The thing that I think grabs the headlines is you just have never seen Bill Belichick in this light because
Yeah, I'd never seen him be, what's the word for it? Oh, yeah, whipped. He is the definition of whipped. She kind of reminds me of my ex, just a clout chaser using the man.
he's always kind of the gruff, short answer, Super Bowl coach, only cares about football, and then suddenly he's got a mermaid up in the air in Nantucket. So I think it just catches people off guard. Obviously, the interview was like crazy because Jordan interrupted and they released the clip. It's all things coming together.
All right, there's Steve Portnoy, who I like a lot. Joey Chestnut is not retiring. There were rumors that the hot dog champion, which I find the hot dog eating contest to be repulsive. I think it's just so embarrassing for our country. You have other countries that are broke as hell, that have no money, and then we're just over here being slobs. I'm not a fan of it, but I do respect Joey Chestnut. I think it's because I don't like pooping. I don't like the thought of it. The thinking about, like, when you see a hot girl eat a lot, you're like, ew. All right. Here is Joey Chestnut saying he's going to eat 80 hot dogs on July 4th.
Joey, congratulations. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. I'm getting hungry. It's it was a mouthful. There was a lot of little moving parts, and we figured it out. It's everybody put our egos aside and just it's going to be time to eat some hot dogs.
I've heard he's a really good dude. One of my friends in radio, Kevin Klein from Klein and Alley, said he's a good dude.
Yeah, so we did a story last week and said, hey, looks like this thing is going to happen, and you could just feel the excitement from the fans. What can you tell us, Joey, about how this kind of came together and how now you are back, and obviously everybody is so thrilled about it?
It's last year, I guess we learned from our mistakes maybe. Last year, we kind of, both sides dug in our heels. I was working with a company that they didn't think I should be working with, and I said no, I wasn't against any part of our old agreements. So it's we just kind of learned, we met in the middle, and I think when communication breaks down, bad things happen. So we started talking again, and we got it figured out.
Yeah, they needed it because the ratings were down last year.
How tough was it to watch last year and not be able to be a part of the competition that you had dominated for so long? And how exciting are you?
Kiss his ass a little more, bud.
Excited are you now to know that in just, 3 weeks here?
It is crazy how 4th of July is right around the corner.
You're going to be back on that stage in Coney Island.
2.5 weeks it's going down. Last year was tough, but it's life. Eventually, I'm not going to be competing there, and it was like, it kind of sucked that it wasn't my choice, but it kind of makes you hungry. When you have to go without something in order to know how much you appreciate it.
So there's I can feel my audience getting bored. Oh, Justin Bieber didn't have the best Father's Day. I don't think he has any good days.
Happy Hot Topic.
Justin Bieber is revealing his fallout with a friend.
Yeah, he just seems like an asswipe. I first felt bad for him, but it's like, bro, grow up and get mental health help.
On Instagram, the pop star posted these screenshots that say, I would never suppress my emotions for someone. Conflict is a part of a relationship. If you don't like my anger, you don't like me.
Oh, that's good.
My anger is a response to pain I have been through.
Well, get some help, bud.
Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean. The anonymous friend replied, I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger. To which Justin said, ouch, this friendship is officially over.
Who's this, Scooter Braun?
I will never expect a man calling my anger lashing out. I enjoyed our short-lived relationship. I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend.
Some of his anger, when you see him in public, he looks like he just wants to punch you.
I have good friends who will respect these boundaries. Justin continues his rant, saying, I thought you were a which is why I always kept my distance, but I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. This confirms you were the I always thought you were.
I think the problem is Bieber doesn't realize when you react to haters, you're just giving them power.
He then sends a middle finger emoji asking for the friend to leave him alone, adding that he is going to block him.
All right, there's and then there's this going on with Bieber. This is just silly to get mad about.
Happy Hot Topic.
Justin Bieber is only going to tell you this one time. The pop star is calling out those getting the name of his and Hailey Bieber's 9-month-old son incorrect.
It's almost better that they have it wrong because then it keeps your kid anonymous, bro.
Complex reposts a series of new pics Justin shared of himself and his son to
God, his tattoos look so trashy.
their Instagram account
He looks like a gas station attendant at a sicko in Pinellas Park.
on June 13th, captioning the post, Justin and Jack Blue Bieber. However, the 31-year-old quickly takes to the comments section to correct the outlet, writing, "It's Jack Blues," along with a middle finger emoji. This strong
Man, he's such a little bitch. He loves that emoji.
message from Justin comes as the Grammy winner is set to celebrate his first Father's Day. Justin and Haley, who tied the knot in 2018, welcomed their
She's the side chick.
first child together in August 2024. With Justin announcing the happy news on his Instagram at the time, writing, "Welcome home, Jack Blues Bieber."
So there's that, and then here's him saying that he's not to be effed with on Father's Day. Wow, what a message.
Happy Hot Topic.
Don't mess with Justin Bieber. The Sorry singer, 31, had a blunt message for his fans as
I like how they picked the word sorry.
he celebrated his first Father's Day on Sunday. "I'm a dad that's not to be F-ed with,"
Oh, wow, that's good AI.
Bieber wrote alongside a black and white selfie.
I don't know why the F word is so, like, not used. Whatever, fuck it, life's short.
In the close-up image, Bieber stared at the camera while wearing a beanie and a sweatshirt. The Grammy Award winner included middle finger emojis in his caption and in the corner of his selfie. Bieber became a dad in August with the birth of his and Hailey Bieber's son, Jack Blues.
All right, so there's Oh, Justin, listen. This is coming from a mentally ill person known as Ryan John Hoppe. Get some help. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and wrap this puppy up after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at GetCheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. GetCheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code Hoppy to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code Hoppy to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afura Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best Bubba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppe Radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going.
Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour.
Hey, what's up? I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
What's up?
Menace.
Hi.
Gina Grad.
Hey.
Seabass. There's Sammy.
Hello.
We are The Woody Show. And you are listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, it's Scott Rizzuto from The Riz Show in St. Louis, and you're listening to my man, Ryan Hoppe, on the Happy Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
Paris Jackson calling out critics over how she's spending a solemn anniversary.
Mike was off. Oh, you know, Paris Jackson has major daddy issues.
The late Michael Jackson's daughter airing out feelings in a since-expired post on her Instagram story. The 27-year-old, who this summer's touring with Incubus and Manchester Orchestra,
I wonder if she's actually good or if that's nepotism.
performing on June 25th, 16 years after the king of pop died at home of acute
God, it's crazy that was 16 years ago.
propofol intoxication. Paris referring to the date as a very negative anniversary for me and my life and my family.
That's a way to put it.
And saying of the performance, when you're not headlining these shows, you don't get to pick what date you're performing. Adding bad timing or not, it'd be out of pocket to suggest she can't take the stage.
Wow, okay. There you go. Talk about being a spoiled brat. It's a first-world problem. All right, usually when we do Hoppy Soups, we play the music, but I'm afraid of copyright, so for right now, it's just this.
Happy Hot Topic!
Desmond Bain has been traded to the Orlando Magic for...
Yeah. Desmond Bain's going to make the Magic go from being a 7th seed to a 7th seed.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, 4 unprotected first-round picks and 1 first-round pick swap. This is the potential starting lineup for the Magic. You've got Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and maybe Wendell Carter Jr.
So there's that. The Magic traded for Desmond Bain. And then there's this guy. I don't really talk about Stephen A. Smith that much because, like, the guy's making, like, a lot of money, and he just wants attention. And honestly, we have some similarities where we're both loud and outspoken and whatever, and we got haters and whatever, and we're supposedly nice behind closed doors. But his type of TV is just not for me, but I respect it at the same time, if that makes sense. Stephen A. Smith was playing solitaire during the NBA Finals, which makes sense. That's why he doesn't know much about Indiana.
Stephen A. Smith was caught playing solitaire during Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Pacers and the Thunder, where the Thunder won to even the series 2-2. But Kevin Durant even posted the photo onto his Instagram story.
Durant, you should focus more on winning something over being on social media. Durant's such a waste of talent. Without Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, he doesn't have any championships.
Saying, come on, Steve. But
he's a younger version of Melo.
Stephen A. took to Twitter saying, yep, that's me. Who would have thought I can multitask, especially during timeouts?
Yeah, that's what you're going to say. It's like when you get hacked and you're like, or you tweet something offensive and you're like, oh, I got hacked.
Hope
it probably wasn't during a timeout because everyone's looking.
Hope y'all are enjoying the finals. This is going 7 games now, peeps.
All right, whatever, dude. I just don't like that sports debate stuff. I'm more into like Jim Rome and shows like that. You know what I mean?
I agree, but that wasn't the case as someone behind him at the game took a video and he was actually playing it during the game.
What a moron.
Which is surprising because I didn't think Game 4 was boring at all. But then, obviously trolling, Stephen A posted this photo to his socials. Solitaire with MEA in the bottom.
Whatever, Stephen A. Smith. He just seems so freaking smarmy, but you know what? He's making money, and he's famous, and he's got power, so you gotta kind of give it up to him. Kind of.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour is now over.
Happy Hour is now over.
Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.